Alright, hello kittens. As promised, episode 2 is being done right now. As I stated, I'd be doing that after the doctors. And I do keep my word to you kittens. Alright, just like last time. Let's see, what have we got in here? Because we've been using this one. This one has gone up in damage. Where these, they're pretty much the same. They've all got bleed effects, as you can basically see. We can hold to break them down, which gives us more items to make for weapons and things like that. Armor management? We didn't take a look at this last time. Okay. Oh, this is the food items and tells you about the food. That's the adreno time, and each time you get up either in medical or items like that, you get an extra space. All your modifications that you pick up throughout the game go here. Items like your lockpicks go in here. Your identifications throughout the game go in here. All your junk that you can sell later on. Okay. Alright. And yes, we're starting from episode 1, basically. That's why I haven't left the ship. And if we read her name, it's doing an automatic save. I'll save over that. It should say her name. It's just telling me to talk. Well, her name is Ada anyway. Well, let's get rid of that autosave. Because, where is it? Delete autosave. Delete autosave. Delete autosave. And let's look at the door for a minute. And let's do an not an auto save, a manual save. Save complete, good. Alright, now let's talk to the two people that are still out the front of the ship.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, ma'am, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
Really? After I patched up your friend?
Yeah, fair point. I'll let it go this time. If you're looking to help us out with our marauder problem, talk to Constable Reyes over in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Take care. And over in that direction, there are more marauders, or in this game they're called marauders. As I said, in Fallout 4, they're the equivalent to Fallout 4's raiders. and over in that direction as well, where I'm putting the pointer, they're over in that direction, but in both directions. I'm not going to go too far, but where those two engines are, there's a Marauder camp, as well as it's pointing out, a primal Ravager. Now, in this early on in the game, you do not mess with those. The reason being is you only have a handgun, and with a handgun you have 170 bullets, one in the chamber, and you're fiddling around getting another 10 in the chamber, and by that time it's already killed you. And yes, to anyone who is saying, did you not see the shotgun in Ada? The answer is yes, I did see that. Oh, bugger. Now, where's slow time? There it is. I won't use it. I'm trying to... it's B. It's been a few days. Okay. So, I need to get... right against you, and you... Thank you. Now I'll let my health re-energize by itself. Oh, resident. You got anything? No. Okay, no, that was the wrong one. I picked up another pistol. Oh, I was hoping for a shotgun. Well, over here we'll be turning up to Edgewater very shortly. And during Edgewater, you will be doing a lot of side quests to get the main quest done. So, let's see. Save complete. And that's why I save, because I'm at full health. And I have the option to do slow time again. That's why I did another hard copy.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from?
Oh, what am I stuck on?
Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend.
My pod just crashed in the hills back there.
Your pod? What are you on about? You take a bruise to the cranium? Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices.
I never got your name. I'm Meow the First.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
This place looks like it's fallen to pieces. Junior in humour. Fancy name for a grave digger. Who do I talk to about a power regulator?
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Depends on the work. You offering me a job?
Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
You want me to collect what's owed to you. I can do that.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Why is Abernathy a special case?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Where can I find these people?
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
I'll be back. And as you just saw, there is where you get your first side quest. Now, you have to be very careful. If you have not got stealth or anything, you simply just do that, like I just did. Walk around here. Don't worry about this terminal, as it's showing you it's already unlocked. You can steal these weapon parts quite easy, but if you do, it stays in your inventory as a stolen item until you use them on a weapon. "13 out of 20. Until I use this Adreno, it stays in my inventory as a stolen item. Alright, anything else? Oh yes. Maglock, money. Adreno time. Must be something good if it's changed from its original 5 out of 4 to 20 out of and telling me I've only got 13 mag locks. So if you want to read this, pause the video because I will not be completely reading it. I will put it back in a minute, but I have left it up for you to read. Okay. And over here, because they can't see, I can easily open, close. Now there should be more money, but I also want, yes, I can open this one. Trespassing, lockpicking, hacking, and murder are considered illegal activities and are frowned upon by society. Avoid being seen if you want to engage in those activities without consequences. And as you see, I made sure no one could see me. And the game even warns you about what you are about to do. And remember what I said, all these items stay in your inventory as stolen until you, the player, use them, or you use them as a particular item in say a weapon or a particular upgrade in something. Now, let's see. I will do a new save here. No, that's the wrong one. Now, it's got a burn special effect. 52 to 118. It has a 40 energy magazine size. It works in long guns, which is rifles. Okay. Oh, and I also better That's only 4. Oh yeah, I better check the before I start episode 3 next, I will go to settings. I won't put this on because then you won't be able to see Meow's face or even the companion's face. But next time I will go into settings before starting up the episode, because what Obsidian does not tell you is in settings. Actually, I will show you in the settings before starting episode 3 is you can turn off helmets, like visually, and you can still see like Meow's head and here, like she is looking now, or whoever you decide to get as a companion. Okay. Alright, now behind this door is another load screen. So before that, we'll do a quick save. So if anything goes wrong, it never has, but I'm thinking ahead. See, that's a quicker load screen. Sorry if my voice was fading in and out. As I was saying, that's a quicker load screen than, say, Fallout 4. Let's see. Around the back here there will be more items to loot, and you will need to loot them quite... And this is not stealing. No. Anna, your mum passed away from the plague. She wasn't chosen to receive medical treatment and failed to recover on her own. I found a site near the ocean to bury her. I know it's company policy to have her buried in the graveyard, but I just can't afford the fees. I'm heading out after dark to put her to rest and say my final goodbyes. And say my final goodbyes and all. I know it's dangerous to go out there at night, but I have a chance. I have to chance it. And if you are reading this, I want you to know that your mother was a good person. Don't blame her for what happened. She worked hard. She worked as hard as she could. It just wasn't hard enough in the end. Love, Dad. And this poor woman didn't have the money, same as this poor person over here, he did not have the money either. And what I'm behind is a sick shelter. And there will be a person, there they are, a corporate guard. And if you go anywhere near that door, they will tell you basically to bugger off, meaning to get lost. Don't go near that place because it's a sick place. That's the only reason why I haven't even gone near it yet. And even some of the sick people in there will tell you it's a sick place for what they think is a plague. But it's not. It's just like the common cold. You can easily get healed from it if you get the right medicine, but the corporation will not hand the medicine out to them to get better because they don't have the money for it. If you don't have the money, you don't get better and you don't get to work again. Here is a cantina where they get to work because they had the money to get better.
And your rations yet?
Yep, 2 whole cans of salt tuna.
And it's telling me this is a general store. And telling me what I already knew, this is a cantina.
Something got you down?
Nothing, just don't want to fall sick.
Basically, an observation deck. Whoops, sorry. What we would call an observation unit, looking towards the stars for hope. And they turn it into a church. Now I'm not going in there because there is another companion there. And you will be introduced to that companion later on in the storyline. Now let's see if I can remember correctly. Is it over here? Yep. Oh, that was some more money, by the way. The reason why I'm not running around is it would look suspicious if I did that. A lockpick. Oh, 5 of 5, okay. But there is going to be another one that needs a lock, I think. No, this one does not need a lock. And this is an excellent gun to get early on. A bolster pistol. As you can see, it's 130 damage. Is it saying stolen? No. Okay, let's see what's in this one. There won't be much. Oh, the revolver. That's my best one yet. Okay, let's do a quick save here. The revolver I haven't got before in this early on in the game. I have had to wait to get it when I have met someone else and her lot of people. Now you gotta be careful around these people because they're guards. The ones that are all in yellow, corporate guards. That's why you saw me save.
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
Ease off the threats, friend. I'm going.
Boss's orders. We all got quotas to make.
Alright, let's see. No, it's not back there. There's gonna be another one over here. Now, the reason why I'm waiting, I've got to check. I just don't want to get caught by guards because that was out in the open. Some will be classed as stealing. That was not. Now, save here. And close. And that's why you do it that quick.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Okay. It's my turn, is it? Okay.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
You must be the you must be the town boss. I'll wait until you're finished.
You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just, what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you?
Are you Reed? I was told I should talk to you.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I think you may have the wrong idea about me.
Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
My ship needs repairs. I'm looking for a power regulator.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Frying myself?
Oh, yes. Saw someone put his hands on a regulator while the power was running. His legs were still twitching when we buried him. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
I don't think these people will take kindly to losing their power.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
I've seen Edgewater. I don't blame those workers for walking out.
Neither do I. The fault was entirely mine. I pushed them too hard. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
How will I recognize Adelaide?
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
These workers must have left for a reason.
That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
I can't make any promises.
Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you.
Sure, I could use a company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Let's get going. Okay, this is telling you about your companions, how they can help in combat. Companions provide combat support. Their skills enhance your skills. They increase your carrying capacity. You can unlock special companion combat abilities with inspiration skills. Hence, you saw me put inspiration into my character when I created her. Learn more about your companion's ledger. Okay. I keep thinking Fallout A is the action one. Here we go, she's about to talk.
Hey, ma'am, can we talk? Sorry. Got a sec?
Yep.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
This is about the deserters, so what's the other side of it?
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
I can't blame anyone wanting to leave. This town's got issues.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
What do we need to talk about to the vicar? Flipping the switch at a power mill?
About if what Mr. Thompson proposes to do is upright. Leaving Miss McDevitt's folk to their fate. Their neighbors. Kin. And maybe he can think of something else to try. Something we ain't. He used to go walking outside town. Maybe he found something that'll help. It's just an idea. That's all.
I suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by.
Thanks, ma'am. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
As you can tell, she's kinda cute when she's a little bit flustered. I keep thinking A is to open things. And knowing me, I'll press X when I'm in Fallout. Okay.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
That's because Pavarotti is used to mechanical items.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
Pavarotti wanted to ask you about what Reed asked us to do.
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Cut off the power to Adelaide's deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
So what do you think of Adelaide's group, Vicar? Or so what do you advise? I think I'll go with the second one.
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
I don't have the intelligence. I wish I had the intelligence.
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Is that even possible? Is that even possible?
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
And why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
Why would a vicar be after a whatever he said book?
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
Seems to me the authorities would be interested to hear you're after contraband texts. I need to know a little bit more about this book before I agree to this, yeah.
It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it.
I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
And... oh, we're stuck on his chair. And he is a rifleman. he uses long-range weaponry. Whereas Pavarotti, you can give her almost any weapon in the game and she'll use it. Alright. We're coming up to 51 minutes. Let's take a quick look at what we have in our inventories quickly. These are the mods that we picked up that are not classified as stolen. These are not classified as stolen because it does not have the red little symbol. And that's the passcode that you got from the town bloke. These are, they will say if they are stolen in the description, but obviously these are not stolen. Anything stolen has a little red symbol like this, but anything like this does not. But this should not have a stolen symbol. I picked it up with this, like this one, that does not have a stolen symbol. So I don't know why. Let's see. Wrong one. I want to put it up there and new. I have 4 bullets for that, 3 bullets for that, and 2 for that. And 1 in the chamber for that. So 2 in the chamber there, 3 in the, pretty much 1 in the chamber, 2 in the revolver, and 4 in the revolver there. So this is still my primary weapon, but these are all my backups. So let's see, when we come back, doesn't matter which one you put it in, it's still the main quest going through. Okay, so let's take a look at Pavarotti. I could put this on her, but she's got a better one on her at the moment. Cost at 1 perk. And no, there's no available perks on her yet. Distance, I want her close. And Yeah, that's all I'm changing on her. Okay. Overwrite that. Now let's get rid of all these auto saves. Alright. And let's do a... We'll go up to her a bit. We'll wait till she looks around. There, that'll do. Yeah, that'll do as a thank you. Alright, and that'll do like a second thank you. Okay, alright kittens, this will be the sign off here, because it's almost an hour. We met the leader of this place, Edgewater, and we met and got Pavarotti as the first companion. We met the second companion, Vicar, and we will get the book for him, so he will become a second companion. And during which time he will go into Ada, and he will stay there until we complete all the missions here in Edgewater and the botanical gardens here, so we can get the power regulator. So that'll take about maybe another 3 or 4 levels to do, in which time we will be getting more legendary items in the process. So I will see you in episode 3, kittens. So hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you in episode 3, kittens. If it's nighttime where you are, good night, sweet dreams, keep the blankets over your shoulders so you stay nice and warm. If it's daytime where you are, I hope it's nice and warm and sunny, better than my day. It was 8 degrees when I woke up, and it's only just getting 12 degrees, and only the sun's starting to shine as the sun's going down now. Okay, see you later, kittens.